In this video, we want to explore how properties for the API calls can be set at three different stages in time. So the three times when a property can be defined for an API. So here we have an email practitioner details is the activity description, and this is going to call a create details endpoint that I wrote that accepts two subject, two email address and then a subject, and then it also accepts provider name, and it accepts the provider roles and the organization email, and it also accepts the availability. So Corey has extended a FHIRe resource to hold availability and capacity for a provider, and we can use that information. So the thing we want to pay attention to here is the defined at. So here, to is defined at template creation, which is right now. So I can put in an email address there. And then the subject is actually defined at instance time. So from the previous videos, you saw plans get activated. So that is the instantiation time or the instancing time or the activation time. And so if a property is set at instance time, then when this plan is activated, the user is going to be asked to input a string in order to define this property. And then things get very interesting at execution time. So execution time actually allows the property to be set from various sources. So we can set it from a previous task, from output of an event. There is user context and system context, but most interesting is there's FHIRpath. So FHIRpath is a package that will evaluate an expression. In this case, we have a somewhat complicated expression. There's going to be a bundle, and we want to know the practitioner's name, where the use is equal to official, and experts in FHIRe will recognize FHIRpath expressions, and which allow for concatenation in a string. So here we're going to add a space, and then we're going to get their family name. So this will get their given name and then their family name. And then for roles, we actually have a practitioner role, and we want to print the data that's in that practitioner role. And then finally, not finally, but for organization email, we can look into the context when this activity is executed and get the organization. And then for availability, we want to get in and get the available time and days of week, which is a standard FHIRe property. So this is all fairly interesting, and let's go to the workflows. And so we have a little bit of waiting here, but we have I'm gonna have to make a workflow that uses that activity, so stay tuned for the next video.